Hello and welcome back to the Entertainment Vortex. Today we were at Brennan Theaters watching Super Troopers 2. This is a movie I've been looking forward to for a very long time. The first movie is just a cult classic. I mean, it is hilarious. It came out at the perfect time when everybody was just looking for something super silly. I know it didn't do super well in theaters, but it found its niche audience. This is definitely not the typical critics movie. Most traditional critics are probably just gonna scoff at this movie and walk away. But if you watched the first Super Troopers and you thought it was funny, you owe it to yourself to see this movie. The sequel is more the same. Stupid humor, silly, crude jokes, one after another rapid fire. I thought it was great. There were very few jokes that didn't hit. I was laughing out loud. Everyone in the theater was laughing out loud. It definitely is that kind of movie that you feel good coming out of. That you've got like the wetness next to your eyes because you had tears of joy because you were laughing so hard. And we need more of those movies nowadays.
So I was really excited about this movie. When I saw the fundraiser on Indiegogo, I instantly put my money down on the line. I wanted to see this happen very badly. It didn't disappoint. As far as I'm concerned, this movie was filthy, it was raunchy, and it was hilarious.
The fact that this was actually crowdfunded is even cooler. As someone that's trying to do crowdfunding to get a movie going myself, I think it's awesome that they were able to crowdfund the sequel to this, to the original movie, on Indiegogo and make enough movie to do it at this level of quality. Because it was well done. I mean, they had action scenes. It definitely didn't feel like an amateur project at all. This felt like it belonged in theaters.
So as someone who grew up watching a lot of the Broken Lizard films during like my formative years, it just has a level of nostalgia while also having these timeless sorts of, jokes and humor that just always, if you're someone whose humor is easily piqued, you're gonna laugh a lot. It brings the jokes in spades.
So, if you're in the mood for a lot of dick and fart jokes, this is the movie for you without question. I don't think we're going to see anything like this in theaters for a very long time. With that being said, this is not a movie for young children. This is not a movie that you want to bring your grandmother to unless your grandmother's super cool. Know your audience going into this. Know what you're coming to see. You're seeing something that's super crude. Have your mind ready for that. If you get easily offended, not the movie for you. But if you just want to let all that go and understand that this is going to be the most non-politically correct movie you've ever seen, go for it.
The characters and the performances, they're there to service the jokes, and the plot is also there just to service the jokes. And that's not necessarily a bad thing in this kind of a movie. It's the reason why the first one and Beer Fest and some of the other Broken Lizard films are cult classics. They're things that don't necessarily do well in theaters, but when it comes out on DVD, people buy them and they watch them over and over and over again. They have quotable lines, things that you want to say to your friends to see what kind of reaction you can get. It has that ability just to kind of worm its way into your daily culture. It's so funny, and the way that it makes new jokes, but it also has throwbacks to some of the older jokes. It was a fun ride. It's something where you can go in and switch your brain off and just have a blast.
So I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed this movie. It's by no means breaking any molds. It doesn't deserve any Oscar nods. It's not something new in its field. It's just a fun movie. And if this is what you're looking for, a silly comedy, go see it. You're going to love it. I guarantee it.
Overall, I'd say I would give this an 8.5 out of 10. It's not a perfect cinema by any means. Like I said, the plot and the characters are pretty thin. They just service some of the best jokes that have been in cinema in a while.
If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We do a minimum of 4 videos a week, including movie reviews, Funko Pop news, and a bunch of gaming content. If you're interested in getting one of our t-shirts, the link is down in the description. And as always, we hope you'll follow us into the Vortex. We'll see you next time.